Russell! How are we doing?
Good.
Awesome. Zoomies, you alive? Give me a wave or just blink twice if you're still loading your caffeine. Awesome. That includes you, Tradie VA fam. I can see you. How good is it to be back in this room? Surrounded by friends, mentors, leaders, confidants, and cheerleaders. All here because we want to grow, level up, or maybe just for the after parties with Brenton. So, if you're ready to play full out this weekend, can I get a hell yes? Yes! That's what I'm talking about. Now, for those of you who don't know me, I'm James Russell. I'm the founder of Tradie VA. We get business owners back to what they do best by supplying simple systems and epic dedicated virtual talent. I've got 4 random diplomas, exactly 2 incomplete degrees. I've been fired from 3 jobs as a young adult for sticking my nose where it didn't belong. My first business was selling Coke to addicts under the demountables at school when I was 14. Cans of Coke, come on, right? And I've been married for 16 years. Fun fact though, my wife actually proposed to me after knowing me for 7 days. Salesman, right? Yep, she shut down the jeweler, got down on one knee, bought the rings, whole box and dice. Obviously you have to reward that kind of initiative, so I said, fuck it, let's give it a crack. 16 years later, we've got 3 mostly neurodivergent, like their parents, handsome, clever and very unique boys. There they are, Liam 13, Ryan 10 and Jordan 7. And they are my absolute world. Outside of business, I love snowboarding, camping, downhill mountain biking, just anything where there's dopamine, really. Vibe coding, gaming. Oh, and in case you're wondering, I'm sure you all were, the man I would leave my wife for is Hugh Jackman. You all have one, it's okay. Just let it out. So look, before Tradie VA, and before here, after all those jobs I got fired from, I spent 15 years running multiple businesses, a removalist company, being in the centre. It grew pretty big. We had trucks on the road in Australia, in the UK. It was about 36, I think, at one point. I had my fingers in every pie, call centres, insulation installation, storage, process consulting, vehicle rental, airport car park. We'll get to that tragedy in a moment. From the outside, I looked pretty successful. I thought I was killing it. Turns out the only thing I was killing was myself, my family, because I built everything without any real foundations. I thought that my ADHD, systems brain, checklists, a decent IQ, and a big set of balls, was all I needed. I was both arrogant but also extremely insecure at the same time. And I don't know if anyone else of you kind of can identify with that. But I had no war chest, no forward planning, there was no purpose-driven team, no leverage. Just balls to the wall, millions of dollars in finance, and then COVID hit. Blew and that mansion made of straw started to very quickly fall apart. The airport car park, gone. Half of my call centre clients, gone. They were on car rental companies. 30 rented vehicles were handed back to financiers, over $500,000 in shortfalls. Well over $1 million. House, investments, gone. I had 3 company values back then. Respect, integrity, and fun. I couldn't pay wages, super, suppliers, and I literally stood there and watched as they took my values down off the wall. I stuck my head in the sand. I avoided talking to people. It was dark. And I remember thinking, that's it. I'm done. I'm never hiring another person again. I'm not going to be responsible for another family's livelihoods. I was burnt out, I was ashamed, and honestly just broken. But I manned up, because that's what we did, right? I pulled it together for my family, and I spent the next year and a half focusing on my process and outsourced consulting. It was up to me, right? I was fine. Then a friend told me about Missy. I applied to K2, and I used every dollar that I had in my company savings. I wouldn't even call it a war chest. That was probably the one lesson, though, I did learn from the fall. And I didn't come to build a big company. I didn't come to make millions or make a difference. I came to be a better consultant, not to scale anything, grow a team. I wasn't a leader, remember? Couldn't be. Maybe I came to get my marketing worked out, just learn how to stop stuffing everything up. If I was lucky, maybe I could learn from some other leaders how I could pretend, how I could fake it better. Because I knew I wasn't, but I could fake it. But I did know, the one thing I knew from sitting there, both in ISI and when I was talking to some of the other members, was I knew there was more to life than what it was, just wasn't it. And in this room, these people, this community right here, this weekend, completely rewired me. Heather, where's Heather? Is she here? Heather reminded me that my losses were my lessons. And now that I had everything I needed to create a real impact, in fact, it was fucking selfish to be small. She held that mirror up to me. Shay and Kane, they allowed me to see the leader that I was already. They didn't build one, it was there, but I buried it, and they allowed it to come out. Lindsay told me, stop over-explaining yourself. Still working on that, Lindsay. Brenton demonstrated that vulnerability was a strength. I needed that. But it wasn't the individuals. Although every one of them was an absolute fucking legend. It was this room, it was this weekend structure. Every day, every session was intentional and pure gold. Intentional. This room is where I rebuilt myself. It's where I rebuilt my business from scratch. Then I rebuilt my life after rebuilding myself first. Today we have over 200 epic talent, of which I can see 6 amazing team there on Zoom. Hi. 17 purpose-driven and aligned leaders, 160 clients, 80 raving video case studies. We've got a growing, healthy war chest. We plan as a team. We have over 70 tops being worked on this quarter. We debrief every day to get better. I love what I do and who I do it with. We've inspired freedom and empowered the potential of hundreds of talent and supported hundreds of families and communities. My 100-year purpose that I created in this room is alive and it's breathing and it's laughing and having fun. Now, I still fuck up regularly, by the way, but I own it, and it doesn't dictate who I am. It just serves to strengthen who I choose to be. And I choose to be that every time I walk into this room and every time I walk
Recording in progress.
Thank you. Now, why these next 3 days matter? And I want to say this clearly. The next 3 days can change your entire business and your life, and I don't care if you've been here 10 years or 10 minutes. If you let them. Because the person you'll need to become to build the business that you want isn't the person standing here right now, and I learned that the hard way. You don't rise to the level of your ambition. That's how you fall to the level of your systems, but also the business is never going to outgrow you. what you built for yourself in here. And Skills Day, that's today. This is where we're going to sharpen the tools, where we get honest, where we raise our standards, where we level up and stand on the shoulders of giants. So a little bit of housekeeping though before we get moving. Phones, ideally on silent, put it away in your bag. That little thing. If it rings, shouting Brenton's beers, there goes your war chest. Bathrooms out the back, follow the signs. If you've gone longer than 6 minutes, you've moved in. Social posting. Hashtag K2Elite, tag your business. Let people know you're leveling up and not doom scrolling. And, oh, look at awesome, showing how it is. Cameras on, yes, I'm looking at you, Zoomies. Visibility is accountability. I might take you that every fucking day. Hashtag Q in the chat. Chuck your questions in and we'll hit them up. You're as much in this room as everyone here. All right, we're good. So, this weekend, what does it look like? Today's Skills Day. Like I said, sharpening the tools so you stop being the bottleneck. You'll hear from experts who are going to stretch you if you let them. Take notes, ask questions, most importantly, don't hide. Stand up. And tomorrow, planning day. My favorite. This is where we stop, breathe, and we create our next quarter with intention. Not chaos, not guesswork, not we'll see how it goes. Strategy, clarity, and priorities that actually move the needle. Then Sunday, Mastermind, your own personal advisory board. We are so lucky to have a table of brilliant brains all focused on you. But more importantly, we have the privilege of being that fathers and what we can learn from that. And the breakthroughs that really, what do you call it, pop the champagne cork and get things moving happen at Mastermind. So for anybody here who is a team member or a partner, if you could stand up, please. Team members, partners, and if you're on Zoom, raise your hand. If you're a team member, legends, absolute legends. Awesome. So, my first Mastermind. I came in and I remember the first experience I had was this absolute legend, Carl, noticed I was dysregulated, anxious. He came over and put a hand on my shoulder. He said, "I've got you, brother. Breathe." Anyway, I can't really do Carl's voice, but I'll never forget it. To be that for these guys, and for you guys, this is a bit like your Italian nonna. Right, it's going to be a little bit uncomfortable, but lean into the discomfort because you know it's all love, all right? And because discomfort is where all the growth is going to happen. So your leaders have brought you here because they believe in you. You're the engine room. They see your future potential. They know what's possible when they grow alongside you. You're in the right room. But this is not their weekend, it's your weekend. It's not for them, it's for you. Grab it by the short and curlies and make the most of it. All right, everyone, can we grab your workbooks, please, and go to the Code of Conduct. I'm going to tell you what page it is. It's not that many bloody pages in the book. It's at the beginning somewhere. This is the K2 DNA. It's what separates us. It's not the goals, not the revenue, not the fancy titles. These are the standards. I want you to read the Code of Conduct and choose the one you want to carry into this weekend, not the one you're already good at, the one that makes you uncomfortable. Because again, discomfort, that's where the growth happens. I'm going to get you to take 2 minutes and go around the table, and I want to share the one, that's the content, for those of you who know, and one sentence why. That's the context. Alright, so everybody take 2 minutes. Just the one you bring in this quarter, and one sentence why for context. Go.
I'm going to have some fun because I realise the more fun I have, the more things I create. Having fun? No, it's
Brenton, I'm glad you walked in now because I've been talking about you all.
Come back to me. Good pickup, Jonathan.
You'll find out in the video.
How are you?
Give permission to be told any bullshit stories people hear that may be holding you back from achieving your potential.
I commit to developing self-awareness, developing my insights on strengths and weaknesses. I think, just if I know I can work hard on my strengths and obviously improve my weaknesses, I think I can do a lot more this quarter. I'd like to change up to areas of growth. That's it.
Me, I understand that I alone am fully and totally responsible for my life, success and failure. I've put myself first for a long time, so it's time to do something. Pardon? Starts there.
For me, I commit to reviewing my financials on a monthly basis and understand the performance of my business depends upon it. I haven't been over all the details lately and I need to be more over that.
Alright guys, give me another 30 seconds. Hands up if you need another 30 seconds. Alright.
I'll be off in a minute. Thank you.
Alright. I love the irony in this room that we have these standards but no one can follow the instructions. One sentence. Alright. You guys are awesome. So, whatever that one was, it's not just a word, not just a set of words. Like I said, it's a standard. And there's one thing Kerwin always said was the standards we walk past, what are they?
And the stands we accept.
That's right. So don't walk past it on yourself, not in others. This is the place. This is where we get to practice what living a life of integrity and standards looks like is in this room. So bring that into this weekend. Fucking own it. Play full out. So the next few days, they changed me. They rebuilt me. They gave me a second chance. Not just at business, but at leadership, being a leader, and at the kind of life that I want to live, and the kind of life that I could create real global impact. I want that for everyone. For those of you who have it, want more. You want more. There is more. So, all right, is everybody ready to smash it out of the park today? Yeah. All right, then let's go, legends. We're going to kick this off properly to set the intention of the weekend. Show her how we play absolutely full the fuck out. Welcome to the stage, the heart and soul of K2, Marie Ewan.